I have set eyes on the wall of lofty Babylon, on which is a road for chariots, and the statue of Zeus by the Alpheus, and the hanging gardens, and the colossus of the sun, and the huge labor of the high pyramids, and the vast tomb of Mausoleum. But when I saw the house of Artemis that mounted to the clouds, those other marvels lost their brilliancy, and I said, Lo, apart from Olympus, the sun never looked on aught so grand. Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. We've covered 4 of the 7 wonders so far, let's make it 5 by talking about the Temple of Artemis. The Temple of Artemis, also called the Artemisian or the Temple of Diana, was located in Ephesus in western Anatolia, present-day western Turkey. But the temple we think of now was not the original temple. In fact, it's been destroyed and rebuilt quite a few times. The original Temple of Artemis was built around 700 BC by the Ephesians to honor Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt, the wilderness, wild animals, and the moon. However, in the 7th century BC, the temple was flooded when silt built up in the sea, ruining Ephesus harbor. About 1.5 feet of gritty water covered the clay floors. Around 550 BC, Croesus, the king of Lydia, commissioned Cretan architect Chersippron and his son Metagenes to redesign and rebuild the temple. It took 120 years to build, construction ended around 430 BC. The temple's best physical description comes from the account of Pliny the Elder. The temple was built on marshland so that it would survive earthquakes and landslides. Charcoal and fleece were laid down to stabilize the temple's foundation and support the future structure. The temple's overall size roughly measured 67,860 square feet, with a length of 377 feet, a width of 180 feet, and a height of 60 feet. 120 Ionic columns decorated the outside, each standing 40 feet high and 4 feet thick. The temple had 3 rows of 8 columns in the front, 2 rows of 9 columns in the rear, and 2 rows of 21 columns on the bordering sides. The rest filled the front and back porches. Out of all these columns, 36 were carved with reliefs, one of which was carved by Scopas, one of the sculptors of the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. On July 21st, 356 BC, a teenage slave named Herostratus, seeking fame and attention, broke into the temple and set fire to the wooden beams of the roof. Outraged, the Ephesians tortured Herostratus on a rack built with glacial mirrors and executed him. To damn him even further, the Ephesians forbade anyone from mentioning his name under the penalty of death. The Ephesians rebuilt the temple one last time, starting in 323 BC. This temple was the biggest version of the temple they had built. Measuring at just over 100,000 square feet, this temple was 449 feet long, 226 feet wide, and 60 feet high. In 268 AD, the temple fell into ruin for the final time after being heavily damaged in a raid by the Goths, a Germanic tribe. Many people offered to rebuild the temple, including Alexander the Great, who in fact was born the same day Herostratus burned down the temple, but all offers were respectfully refused. The temple was rediscovered in 1869 by British archaeologist John Turtle Wood, who spent the next 5 years continuing further excavations. Some parts of the temple were used in the construction of other buildings. In fact, a few of the temple's pillars can be seen in Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. And that wraps it up for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next episode. Bye!